This is the chart of HEX against the US dollar. HEX listed on CoinMarketCap in December 2019, and the price was 0.0001 of a penny roughly. And today, on Saturday, the 31st of October, some 11 months later, has touched 0.13 of a penny. If I put it another way, had you invested $100 into HEX, your $100 would now be worth $13,000 in less than 10 months' time. So HEX has been a really, really great investment for people. However, there have been controversies with regards to HEX, the fact that penalty fees end up going to the originator's wallet. Now, there is a new project that's about to launch imminently that is decentralized and doesn't have all the fees going to the originator's wallet. In fact, 80% of the fees are shared out with the token holders. And that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. Now, before I go into that, please subscribe, follow me on Twitter, CryptoRicherIT, join my official Telegrams channel, and thank you to everybody who's moving over from YouTube to BitTube. My BitTube channel is slowly growing. I really, really appreciate that. If you place a comment with your BitTube address below this video, I may send you a little bit of tube as a token of my appreciation. And I'll do that for up to a week after I've posted this video. You can also find me on Library and on BitChute. And if you're watching this on YouTube or whichever channel it is, please subscribe, comment, like, all that stuff makes a difference. And let's get going.
Take the first step towards online privacy. Get NordVPN.
So this is the chart for HEX2T, which is shortly going to be converted into Axion tokens, AXION. Now, HEX2T as a token launched in June 2020, so some 7 months later, 6-7 months later after HEX, and $100, that if you'd have put in $100 into HEX2T when it first launched, it would roughly be worth about $300 now. And the price is going up like crazy currently, and I think is going to continue to do so. Although you do need to check that out for yourself, because of the mainnet launching imminently. So this is the website for Axion, also HEX2T currently, axion.network. I'll have all the links in the description below. And Axion, like HEX, is a certificate of deposit. So what's a certificate of deposit? Now that might be a term that's very familiar to people in the United States. In the UK, we know it as a fixed term savings account. So for example, if I open a savings account for 3 months in a local bank or building society, and I'm agreeing to leave, say, £100 in that account for 3 months, and at the end of 3 months, I might get 0.1% interest, looking at current interest rates. So Axion works as a fixed period savings account or a certificate of deposit, and HEX also does that. So put very simply, people purchase the tokens and then they stake them, although it's not really staking in the strict sense because this is an ERC20 token and no transactions are being confirmed by the staking process. So it's more like you agree to lock them, and the time that you lock the Axion tokens for can vary between a day to I think as long as 15 years. And then depending upon how long you keep them locked for will determine how many rewards and how many Axion tokens you're paid in. Now it promises 8% interest per year, but it's likely to be more because of the way that additional rewards are generated. Now, mainnet is due to launch on Monday, the 2nd of November at 10 a.m. UTC, which is 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I think it's because of that, there's a certain amount of FOMO. People are finding out about this and they want to get in and get in early. Now, what I like about this is the opportunity to earn a passive income, because all I got to do is I got to purchase some HEX2T tokens, and I can do that off Uniswap. And the next step is for me to claim my Axion tokens, and this is where it gets very clever. So how Axion works is you stake Axion for whatever time period you want to stake them for. You then earn the interest passively and securely, and you collect your earnings when they're due. So where do these rewards come from? Well, they come from a variety of sources. One is if you already hold HEX tokens and you were holding them as of May 28, 2020, you will be able to claim Axion tokens on a one-to-one basis. However, the more you delay in claiming your Axion tokens, the less you can claim. So you can claim up to 100% in the first week. And then after that, the amount that you can claim reduces by 2% on a weekly basis. So in the second week, you can claim 98% of your one-to-one Axion tokens. In the third week, it'll be 96% and so on. Now, the penalty tokens that go unclaimed, They then go into the reward pool and are distributed to the Axion holders as rewards in the form of Axion. Now, the same penalty also applies to those who purchased Hex2T, like me. So every week that I delay converting my Hex2T to Axion, I lose out on 2%. And again, that 2% penalty then goes into the reward pool and is distributed to the Axion stakers. Now, those that are getting free Axion from Hex, they will have to stake their Axion for 1 year. So one of the things that will do is that will prevent people who got Axion tokens for free and then because they held Hex, claiming them and then dumping them on the market. No, they can claim them and then they can stake them and they're locked for a year before they can do anything with them. So where do the rewards come from that are paid out as staking rewards to Axion holders? Well, it explains it here on the website. To get Axion, it needs to be claimed by Hex2T holders. The longer they wait to claim, the more penalties they face. So I have Hex2T, and I'm going to claim it in the first week because then I'll get 100% of what I'm allowed. If I wait a week longer, then I'll only get 98%. If I wait another week, I'll only get 96%. Now that 2% that's being withheld each time go as a penalty is added into a daily auction pool where people can bid for those Axion tokens using ETH. Now, what happens in those auctions is that the ETH that's used to pay for the Axion tokens is then used by the smart contract code to purchase more Axion tokens, which are then distributed to the Axion token holders. So just by holding Axion, I'm going to be rewarded more and more Axion tokens, plus more and more Axion tokens are going to be withdrawn from the market and given out to stakers who are going to lock them. And then if those stakers, if they unlock them early, they end up paying penalties for unlocking them early. So then those unlocked Axion tokens are also put on auction. So the whole way that it's set up is to keep driving the price upwards. Right, this is the tokenomics of Axion, 500 billion initial total supply. 80% of the ETH in auctions is used to buy Axion tokens. The remaining 20% is used to pay the salaries for the team and for upkeep and maintenance and all that stuff. 100% of the tokens that are purchased with 80% of the ETH are distributed to the stakers. There is an annual interest rate of 8% guaranteed to the stakers. Although I think what's likely to happen, the rewards that stakers get will be much, much higher. Now, if I stake 100 Axion tokens, then what's going to happen is I can expect at the end of the year, I'll get an 8% increase. So I'll have 108 Axion tokens. However, on a daily basis, I'm going to be rewarded more and more Axion tokens as a result of the ETH that's being used to purchase Axion tokens. So then I might, by the end of the year, actually have 200 Axion tokens. And then I'll get 8% pro rata calculated over the course of the year. So I'll end up getting more than 8 Axion tokens. Now, as a Hex2T holder, I don't get to, there's no auto stake. So my tokens aren't locked in. I can choose how long to stake them for. There's all sorts of staking strategies that I can employ. I could, for example, stake a certain amount every month or every week so that it's spread out during the year, and then I get to claim my interest after that period has passed. And there's a whole discussion about it that goes on in the Discord channel. So I'll have a link to that in the description below so you can find out. Now, I'm looking forward to doing more videos about this, including an interview with somebody from the team I have been asking since September. Now, I appreciate that they have a lot on because they're getting all this ready. They're making sure that everything runs smoothly. They've had a couple of audits on the smart contract. You know, they got better things to do than to pander to my whims and my request to come onto the channel. However, with the launch of the mainnet, I think it's due. So if anybody from the team is watching, please do get in touch with me. I'm in the Discord group. I'm in the Telegram group. We can work something out, work out a suitable time for you and I to have a conversation about this project. And then what I like about it, as I said earlier, is that it's a passive income opportunity. And if it follows the path that Hex has followed, or if it continues to follow the path that it's followed so far in its infancy, good times lay ahead. Now, I invite you to go check this out, do your own due diligence, go ask questions on the Telegram group or the Discord channel. If you have any comments or questions, what do you think of this? Are you a Hex holder? Because you're going to get Axion tokens for free. Make sure you claim them. And between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with crypto profits. This is Crypto Rich signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.
Verus is a truly free, open-source blockchain protocol designed for privacy, safety, open participation, and unlimited scalability. With Verus, any individual or organization can create recoverable, self-sovereign identities, own their data, and build and run apps and business software on any PC or mobile platform. And coming soon on Verus, individuals and organizations can tokenize assets and create currencies. Verus, truth and privacy for all. Learn more and join the